Hey everyone, I'm back with another video. This is a live review. I'm doing a review for American Horror Stories. This is episode 5, season 2, and this is stories. This one is interesting. This American Horror Story episode was very interesting because, guys, this episode wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed the episode. I felt like the episode should have been a movie. The episode should have definitely been a movie because guess what, guys? I was here for every single scene. Every single. I was here for every single scene that was in this episode. Every single scene. Every single scene. I loved it. I actually did. I really did because guess what? I love a good old like folk tale. I love a good old like storyline that has folk tales in it or folklores in that nature. And yes, I enjoy it. I enjoyed the Bloody Mary analogy, especially where it had like a cool little twist. I actually enjoyed like the scenes. I feel like they did better this week. I know a lot of people have mixed reviews about this episode, but personally for me, I enjoyed the episode. And to be quite honest, I could see where some people are saying, at this such scene, I that's where I kinda like fell off, or this scene I lost interest. I could understand, I could see that point because yeah, you could fall, I didn't really have interest in certain scenes. Some scenes I felt like they could have kept, and like most scenes I actually enjoyed. So yeah, American Horror Stories. This is the Bloody Mary episode actually, where actually these girls actually summon Bloody Mary, and because they summon Bloody Mary, we find out that Bloody Mary don't actually do the killing. Bloody Mary don't kill these people, but really, Bloody Mary have other people do her bidding and do her work. So that's what's going on in this episode. Basically, Bloody Mary um, ask all these girls to do these tasks for her. They were like a group, like these, this small group of girls were at a sleepover party. So they had to do this task for Bloody Mary. They had to do this task for Bloody Mary. They had to actually like kill. Not they had to kill people, but like they had to do certain things to make them get what they want. And really, I think there were like four of them, and three of them, which was one of them were um, Bianca, which she plays a huge role in this episode as well as her sister and two other friends. Which the sister never told the other girls what Bloody Mary promised her. However, the reason why is because of the fact that she would have to like have three innocent people's blood, and to be quite honest, she knew what she said, but however, she wanted to try like get the people, get those the girls' blood instead of going and killing other people because those girls, including her sister, was innocent. And not only that, but also they were told to do other things. And the reason why is because they wanted to get what they want, and they were actually going to do it too. Like one girl who had a crush on this other dude who wanted to get with this dude, but however, he had like someone else. She ended up hacking into like the girls' pictures and ended up finding like like a exclusive explicit tape of her and another dude like getting it in, and she was getting ready to leak it, but then like Bianca said, "No, don't do that. You know what? Don't do that because that's not going to be good. That's no, that's not going to be good if you do that. And they end up not doing anything that the Bloody Mary said. So what ended up happening is other girls and like the other girls started to get killed one by one, which left Bianca and her sister alive only. And they ended up going to the museum to find out. Well, actually, the sister ended up going to the museum to find out more about this Bloody Mary lady. And we find out that Bloody Mary was really an enslaved lady who basically escaped slavery to go to freedom. And basically, she went to the safe house, which she thought was safe, but really, it was this lady who pretended to be someone to help them, go to freedom, but really was a secret slave catcher to send them off to the South, which really. Wow, I'm like, goodness, I felt bad for her in a way. I really did. Anyway, so we find out all of this, and she and her family escaped, but they were in this basement. They went into this basement so that she, like the lady who told them to go in the basement, was like, okay, go in this basement so that they don't find you, so they won't know that you're here, things of that nature. So basically, they thinking that this lady is helping them, but really, she's not, because actually she's gonna like sell them out to the river to these slave catchers. So that's what eventually happened, and that's when she called on Mama Waba, something like that. She called on like the goddess, she believed in like this goddess. And I think she was called Mama Ababa, something like, I think something like that. I'm not sure. If you guys know the name, comment down below. But she called upon her, and she managed to get strength to like kill not only the secret slave catching lady, but also the other slave catchers as well. But what ended up happening, what ended up happening was she ended up accidentally killing one other girl who was, with them, who was this other girl who was with the Margaret lady, but she didn't know what was fully going on, and she ended up killing her on accident. And that's what ended up causing her to be trapped in the mirror, because she wasn't able to face herself, and she wasn't able to go to the ancestors in her form of guilt and her form of impurity. So that's why she was in the mirror, and that's why she was trying to find people. But really, she was really trying to find someone to help her get out. But however, it didn't really end there. Really, she really was trying to find someone to be her replacement, because it comes with a cost. If anyone help her get out, they unknowingly is trading places with her. And that's what the sister didn't know. And she was about to trade places with her. But Bianca, even though Bianca killed her sister at the end, she still in a way saved her sister from being in a mirror, you know. And Bianca basically got switched with Bloody Mary, and that's when the cycle restart again. And that's when basically Bloody Mary is no longer in the mirror. She is free, and now she's able to move on and be able to like face the ancestors now. And now Bianca will have to carry on the Bloody Mary legacy until she finds someone else to free her, and then that person will keep doing the cycle, and it goes on and on. And that such. So now I kind of got that quick little recap out the way. To be quite honest, I kind of liked the episode. Some scenes I was like, okay, and some scenes I was like, okay, it could have stayed. But however, I feel like this episode really gave me the Candyman vibes, or like pretty much the Leprechaun, because a lot of them pretty much had the same thing, like the candy cane. I was just say candy cane. I don't know. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Christmas minutes ago. But anyway, the Candyman and the Leprechaun. It kind of reminded me like how The Bloody Mary in this episode kept like stalking these kids, reminding me how the leprechaun was going after these kids for his gold. He was like, I want my gold, and he kept going after them. It kind of reminded me of that show. It wasn't a show, but it was a movie. But it reminded me of that. But it was so funny. It was so funny. Not, it wasn't funny about in what happened in this episode, but it was funny how in physics class they were in physics, right? They were talking about like the reflection, and the ancient civilizations believed that through these reflections they were able to like transport in these different dimensions. And as they were talking about the mirrors and the reflections, Bloody Mary appeared, and one of them screamed, and they all ran out, and they were like, "We're screwed," because they that Bloody Mary lady told Bianca that she don't really like do what she was supposed to do, and one of those tasks that Bianca was supposed to do is tell everyone that her guidance counselor actually R-word her, and like ested her in order for her to like have that sob story in order for her to get accepted to Yale University. And that was her story that she had to do. And one of the other ones had to like make sure that she hurt one of the cheer captains so that she could be a cheer captain as well. So not it wasn't like multiple ones, but it was like one cheerleader. She was a cheerleader, right? So she had to like break one of the cheerleader leg that was ahead, that was the leader, and put her in a wheelchair to the point where she would have to take over as like the cheer captain. And that was crazy. American Horror Stories, this episode started to like get a little better. It did get better. They are starting to get better, but like last week, I know a lot of people liked the episode. I liked it, but it was like okay for me. It was gross to me. It was really gross, but however, what do you expect? It's American Horror Stories. It's going to be gross and gooey and all that stuff like that. So yeah. So pretty much, what do you expect from American Horror Stories? I really want them to make this into a movie. I feel like this episode they really didn't explain not a lot enough, because I feel like they could have made this into a movie. I would really like them to like make this into a movie, and especially Ryan Murphy and like Jordan Peele come together and like combine everything together and make this particular Bloody Mary a movie. I will actually be here for it and actually like watch it. I would actually watch it. I would actually support it. Yeah, I would actually support it. I like this. I'll actually like this episode, and I hope that like they actually like make a movie or a series out of this, or pretty much like a movie to be exact. But anyway, guys, let me know how you guys think of this episode. If you like it, let me know how you like it. If you don't, let me know how you don't like it. So, guys, oh, and another thing is this. If you guys are interested, or if you guys want a bottle that will help you, or water that will pretty much help you like promote you to be able to like drink more water, make sure that you guys go on to see the Circle Water Bottle, because the Circle Water Bottle will pretty much help you out. The water bottle will help you be able to make water more fun for you, be able to like, have multiple flavors instead of just sticking with regular water. Guess what, guys? For those of you who are worried about having artificial sugars, or worried about having any calories, or like, having fake sugars or artificial flavoring, it don't have any of that type of stuff in it. It's zero artificial sugars, it's zero artificial flavors, and it's also zero calories. It's natural it's natural, it's no calories at all, it's natural flavoring, all that type of good stuff as well. So if you are interested, click that link and purchase your little circle kit today. And as now, I am out. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Goodbye. Oh, and I'm going to be back later tonight for news on the streets. Stay tuned for that. I will be posting another episode of News on These Streets. I am out, guys.